Hi, this is Thresden, and this is part 9 of an ESO Blackwood Collections walkthrough. In the previous episode, we got certified in all 6 of the core game crafting professions. The only one we didn't get certified in was jewelry crafting. So now we can do daily writs, and I've already done the daily writs for today. I didn't want to do them on camera because it's kind of boring to watch. But there were still a few things we needed to do before we go and finish off this first story quest here in Leyawiin. So one of the things I want to do is change this character's outfit. This is the outfit station right here. It's the only station here that's not a crafting station. You can go here and basically, in other games, it's called transmogrification. You can make your armor look like a different set of armor. So what I want to do here is change all of this to the Imperial style of armor. All the different kinds of armor you get in the game, you collect their appearances as long as you bind the item to yourself. So over the years, I've gotten, over the year or two that I've played, I've gotten like hundreds of different armor sets. And actually, they're not showing up. Okay, well that looks like a bit more. For a minute there, I thought maybe... it looks like some of these I can't apply to this character for some reason. Like a lot of the styles I normally have are missing. Anyway, what we want to do is find Imperial Armor. So, I'm just going to change everything to Imperial. Wait, Daggerfall Girdle? I don't want that. I want Imperial Girdle. You get all of these outfit sets, these Imperial sets, when you buy the Imperial race. Otherwise, all the other ones you'll get just from adventuring. So, we want to do... Let's do an Imperial Shield. And then I want this to be a sword. Alright, so now I really look like I come from Cyrodiil. So whenever you apply changes, it normally costs gold to do this. You can't just do this anytime you want. But for some reason, I guess the first time you do it, it doesn't cost gold. And I think I actually am going to stop hiding my helmet, now that I've got that cool-looking helmet. I'm going to take off Hide Your Helm. Because you can still see my character's face now with that helmet. Alright, and then the other thing we want to do is assign a mount. So when you get to level 10... the game gives you your first mount, and it's... let me find it here. It's this sorrel horse right here. You can buy some of the others, like this Imperial horse came with the Imperial race. The Hullbreaker war horse, I think, was a Greymore pre-order bonus. And then I bought the Midnight Steed at the stables, which I'll show you in just a minute. So now I can hit H to call my horse. And you'll see the horse is really slow at first. But we're going to start upgrading it every day to make it faster. Let's see, do I want to go down here? Where are the stables? Stables are over there. I think I'll just ride there. It's always hard to get used to. Every time I play a new character, it's hard to get used to how slow the horse is. It's barely any faster than running. So here's the stables. You go here every day and talk to the stable master, this guy right here.
The crest of Leyawiin is a rampant steed. Puts a lot of pressure on a stable master like me. But I think I'm doing all right.
And then you can upgrade either the speed, the stamina, or the carry capacity. Generally, you want to upgrade speed first. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade speed. It costs 250 gold every time you do this. And it's now 1% of max. It takes several months of every day upgrading your horse to finally get it to max speed. The only thing we really have left to do before we finish the first story quest is to go look at the daily job brokers. These are people that give out daily quests that you can use to get crafting motifs and gold and all kinds of good stuff. And they're right over here. Work for hire in Leyawiin. Troubles plague the people of Blackwood. If you count yourself among the bravest of adventurers and are willing to face untold dangers in the pursuit of gold and glory, then the Chamber of Legates has a job for you. Seek Servatius Leontalon in the city of Leyawiin for details. So he is right here.
So many new faces in the city. Are you here about the notice? We can use the help. If you need work and aren't concerned about risks, then we should talk. As a representative of Leyawiin, I can assure you that this is all above board.
What sort of work are you hiring for?
Oh no, not me personally. I work for Leyawiin's Chamber of Legates. These days, I'm more of an administrator. Have been since the time of the Longhouse Emperors. Speak to Dedum Joss or Britta Silenus. They hire adventurers for dangerous jobs on a daily basis.
Alright, how do I sign up for one of these jobs?
If you prefer to work alone, see Dedum Joss. He's got odd tasks, but they pay well. If you're interested in group tasks, talk to Britta Silenus. Group work is dangerous. Bring friends. Here's a modest advance to show you that we're serious about these efforts.
Alright, I got 35 gold.
Remember, see Dedum Joss for jobs you can handle on your own, or Britta Silenus for jobs that require groups of heroes. You will be paid handsomely for every task you complete.
You said you work for the Chamber of Legates?
That's right. The Legates don't want to leave these problems to fester, and someone has to organize things. Back in the days of the Longhouse Emperors, I took up a sword and handled things myself. Nowadays, I do the paperwork and recruit help.
The Longhouse Emperors?
You know, the Reachman Emperors. They ruled the Empire for decades. Old Morikar kept mercenaries like me busy, but I suppose their days come and gone. I kept my job here because I knew where we kept the supplies, and hid some bodies.
Okay. I haven't heard of the Chamber of Legates. Who are they?
They're the ruling body of Leyawiin. When things fell apart in Cyrodiil, local officials stepped up. Although I wouldn't call Councilor Leviticus a local official. He used to sit on the Elder Council. Strange times we live in, eh?
Alright, I've already asked him what sort of work,
but...
Oh,
no, not me personally. I work for Leyawiin's
I want to know more about the
Legates.
kind of work they're paying
These
for.
days, curiosity with a dash of prudence. Good qualities for an adventurer. Usually that means you'll live longer. All right, what do you want to know?
Tell me more about the jobs Dedum Joss offers.
Dedum Joss represents business interests in Leyawiin that are willing to pay for an adventurer's help. These involve acquiring items or gathering components from specific locations. A single adventurer can usually handle these tasks.
Tell me more about the jobs Britta Silanus offers.
Terrible monsters lurk in the wilds, threatening the good folk of Blackwood. They're too much for the Leyawiin militia, so Britta Silanus is recruiting heroes to help. These foes are tough. You will need a group of adventurers to defeat them.
Alright, it's going to be kind of hard to do the group quests, which are world boss quests, because right now the Pan Elsewhere celebration is going on, and everybody is in northern and southern Elsewhere doing daily quests there. But we'll take these quests and maybe we can do them as we progress through the expansion.
Ah, hello, adventurer. I have need of someone with your kind of mettle. It's dangerous work, but there is a reward if you're so inclined. What do you say?
What do you need?
A local bug lover is deathly worried that the eventual flooding of Undertow Cavern will wipe out the rare species of torchbug that resides there. She will pay for someone to rescue them from their watery fate.
So this is a bug-catching job?
Fun, right? I would advise caution, of course. Undertow Cavern is not the safest place, which is why the client did not think she could go herself. If you would like to speak to her before you head out, she should still be in the alleyway nearby.
Alright, I'll go to Undertow Cavern and catch the torchbugs.
I look forward to your safe return. Please, speak to me as soon as you complete your task.
Undertow Cavern, if you remember, was the delve we went to in the second episode of this series. So we're probably not going to go back there anytime soon. I don't want to keep doing the same places over and over again, but let's continue. Is Undertow Cavern really in danger of flooding?
I am not sure. If it is, I am sure it will not be for a good long while. But our bug enthusiast is much too concerned about the creatures inside to take that chance.
What sorts of things do you need done?
All kinds of things. I specialize in work that a single adventurer could accomplish, given enough metal. Beyond that, it merely depends on what the people of Leyawiin ask of me.
Alright, let's talk to the other person, get the second quest.
If you've got the spine for dealing with the worst threats to Blackwood's peace and security, we could use you. And I think we might be able to find something from the city's vaults to reward you for your trouble, too.
I'm willing. What do you need done?
There's a dark hollow along the coast to the south. Many travelers have died there, horribly. The locals say that it's cultists dabbling in Daedra summoning, and that the creature they call harvests the souls of its victims.
A Daedra? What kind of Daedra?
Those few who have escaped report only a name. Gemvas the Harbinger. Can you seek out Gemvas and destroy it? You'll also need to use holy oil to sanctify the bodies of those who have been killed. Their very souls are in peril.
I'll deal with Gemvas the Harbinger and sanctify the bodies I find in its lair.
You've got a job. Go on, get out there.
If Gemvas destroys everyone that ventures within its grasp, what chance do I have?
I'm hoping that you'll prove stronger than those who have confronted the Harbinger already. We can't have a monster like that lurking in the area and feeding on souls. If we can't save their lives, then at least we can free their spirits.
I'm not sure I know how to sanctify something.
I asked the priests at Zenithar's temple about that. All you need to do is pour a little of the sanctifying oil I gave you over the body of a fallen warrior. And the priest said it wouldn't hurt to pray for the soul to be at peace.
How many adventurers have you hired?
A fair question. I'll hire anyone who looks like they know which end of a sword to hold. It's my job to match up adventurers like yourself and big problems that need solving. Specifically, problems that require a group of adventurers to handle.
Are problems like that common in Blackwood?
The wilds can be dangerous in the best of times, but things have gotten worse of late. With all Blackwood's troubles, the Ivory Brigade can't spare many brigadines to keep the roads safe and the monsters in check. So, we hire mercenaries.
Alright, so Gemvas the Harbinger is right here, way down here. At some point, we'll go down here and try to kill Gemvas the Harbinger, but we'll have to share the quest with somebody and get some people who are in the zone to help us out, because otherwise we'll die very quickly. And we still need to talk to the bug collector girl. I thought she was in here for some reason. That's where the quest marker showed it, but I think she's actually in the inn behind this building here.
I'm quite busy.
Oh, this is the antiquarian quest. That's interesting. I didn't think this would be here. Calling all antiquarians. Do you have a passion for antiquities? Do ancient relics set your heart aflutter? Does your fascination with culture and history keep you up at night? Do you enjoy getting your hands dirty? The Antiquarian Circle seeks capable scholars, ancientists, historical naturalists, and explorers for an exciting new opportunity. See the world, recover forgotten relics, solve ancient mysteries, dig things out of the dirt. Interested parties should report to Verita Numida at the Gwilym North Annex in Solitude. Make your mark on history. Join the Antiquarian Circle. Regina's Buka. Addendum. Only those with high intellect and an innate talent for the mystic arts need apply. The end. Alright, so to finish that quest, you have to go to Solitude, which is in Western Skyrim. So it's way over here. If you've got the Blackwood Collections edition, you've got Western Skyrim. So you just need to go here to this way shrine and then go into the town of Solitude. And in there is the Antiquarian Circle, which is right here. We're not going to do that here because it's very time-consuming to start trying to level antiquarian stuff, and I already showed it in the previous walkthrough, the Greymore walkthrough, so... I think the next thing we need to do is... we need to talk to the bug collector girl. Let me make sure I've got the right quest selected. It's going to show me the delve now. Alright, well, we can't talk to the client. Oh well. So now we should probably just go on with the main story. Eventually we'll do dungeons and battlegrounds, but I'm going to wait until the next episode to do that. I'm just going to go on to finish A Deadly Secret and continue with the main story. This is going to be the opposite way. This way.
Dark Brotherhood. They must be driven out of Blackwood.
I still can't figure out why they would be targeting us, Vandacia.
Eliminate the threat first. Then we can seek answers. Counselor Leviticus fails to see the threat right in front of us. The Dark Brotherhood must be rooted out like weeds in a garden before it's too late. Talk to him, and make him see reason.
I find the Elder Counselors to be overly enamored of their own voices. But this one still appreciates their wisdom. Talk to Leviticus. He refuses to make a decision until he hears from you about events in Gideon.
Alright, I'm not going to ask tell me more about the Chamber of Legates. We've already done that with other characters. I'm going to ask some of these other people what they think.
Vandacia says the Dark Brotherhood plans to kill us all. Murder us in our sleep. Cut us down in the streets of Leyawiin and Gideon. Can the Brigadines even protect us from such a threat? Apologies for my hysterics. You should talk to Leviticus.
I will in just a minute. I'm going to talk to Counselor Valeria first.
I'm glad you were able to reach Councilor Vandacia before anything untoward befell him. I'm still trying to comprehend the murders of the others. But don't let me detain you. Leviticus is anxious to get your perspective on the Dark Brotherhood.
The mercenary returns. I dare say you and Evely make a good team. Once Councilor Leviticus and the Chamber of Legates reach a decision, I expect that we'll call upon you again. In the meantime, Councilor Leviticus has been waiting for your report.
Alright, I'll give him my report.
All of the remaining councilors in Blackwood are gathered here in the castle. Valeria, Vandacia, and myself. While we await the arrival of the scribe I sent for, tell me what you uncovered in Gideon. I'm not sure I agree with Vandacia's assessment.
I found a letter. It talked about re-establishing a Dark Brotherhood sanctuary in Bloodrun Cave.
Yes, I remember reports of their presence early in Morikar's reign, but they were driven out. The assassins must see this as the perfect opportunity to reclaim their base, but what does that have to do with Leyawiin's secret and the ambitions?
I'm not sure. And why are they assassinating the councilors?
Vandacia, Valeria, and I were just discussing that. We think Leyawiin had each of the councilors unknowingly working on a different aspect of the Ambitions project. They each had access to a piece of the puzzle, but no one but Leyawiin knew everything.
Ah, so someone called upon the Dark Brotherhood to murder the councilors to preserve the secret?
That's our prevailing theory. If the councilors ever came together to compare notes, the truth of the Ambitions would be revealed. To stop that from happening, the Dark Brotherhood was sent to kill my colleagues.
The Dark Brotherhood agent claimed they weren't responsible for the murders of the councilors.
Indeed. Very curious. Still, I'm hesitant to take the word of an admitted killer at face value. Not with so much at stake. Regardless, their very presence still poses a threat to all of Blackwood. The sanctuary cannot be allowed to reopen.
Maybe the coded documents Evely and I recovered can tell us more.
Jirix and Sophis' documents contain information written in Imperial code. I sent for the scribe Aragon, but he has yet to arrive. Until then, the councilors will remain safe within these walls. You have done well so far, and have my thanks.
Alright, we got Armored Gauntlets of the Ivory Brigade. That's a Magicka DPS set made for... It's best for Frost Wardens. But let's see, it may be better than what we've got. Actually, it is better. It's level 10, it's got better armor. Even though it's part of the Frostbite set, it's heavy armor, it should work well.
Whatever the truth behind the murders of my fellow councilors, we can't allow the Dark Brotherhood to gain a foothold in Blackwood. I'd like you and Evely to go to Bloodrun Cave to ascertain the situation there. Talk to Evely and make your plans.
Shouldn't you send the Brigadines to deal with the Dark Brotherhood?
Until we know more, I'm not prepared to engage in an all-out war with the Dark Brotherhood. No, better to send you and Evely to investigate the situation. Then we can determine if a more forceful response is warranted.
Alright, I'm gonna use this gear right here. Alright, and it adds 118 spell damage. That actually will help a little bit, because we do...
Hey partner, over here!
Cast spells, we are playing a sorcerer.
All right, you heard Leviticus. Time to get back to work. While the councilors stay safe in Leyawiin Castle and wait for the scribe to arrive, we need to find out what the Dark Brotherhood is actually up to. Show me that letter you found in Gideon.
Here, it's orders from a Dark Brotherhood matron. They want to establish a sanctuary in the area.
Yeah, these are definitely orders. It mentions Bloodrun Cave. That's northeast of Leyawiin toward the edge of Blackwood territory. Well, as the spinners always say, the best way to find out what's happening in the clearing is to step into it.
The letter indicates that the entrance to the sanctuary is deep inside the cave.
Of course it does. Nothing has been easy since I found that strange book and started chasing down Leyawiin's secret. Well, are you still interested in solving the mystery of the Ambitions? Will you come with me to Bloodrun Cave?
I'll go with you to Bloodrun Cave to investigate the sanctuary.
The councilors should be safe. So meet me at Bloodrun Cave. We need to determine if the Dark Brotherhood is behind the murders or not. Either way, that sanctuary is a threat to Blackwood. I just hope I don't have another one of those waking visions.
Waking visions?
Remember back at Fort Blueblood when we found the murdered servant? I had a vision of a shadowy figure. It was a robed and hooded cultist. Order of the Waking Flame, I think. It was brief and powerful, over in a moment, but the figure felt evil.
And you think these dreams and visions are connected to the strange book you recovered?
What else could it be? The book seems very old, and it's written in a language we can't read. Just carrying it around, it feels heavy, oppressive, like a burden I didn't know I had. But Lupus sent me to find it. It must be important.
Important how?
I don't know. I'm an archer, not a Daedric scholar or anything. I don't think I should let the Order of the Waking Flame get their hands on it, though. And maybe one of these visions, if I have any more, will actually help us figure this all out.
Are you sure you want to keep carrying it around? We haven't seen any cultists for a while now.
No, but that last vision I had was clearly a warning about the cult leader, whoever they are. They're powerful and evil. So, bad dreams or no bad dreams, I think I'll hang on to the book, just in case.
Alright.
I'll meet you at Blood Run Cave.
You made the right call, Leviticus. We won't be safe until the Dark Brotherhood is driven out of Blackwood. Determine the truth by all means, mercenary. But do not fall sway to the Dark Brotherhood's lies. It would be better if you strike first and ask questions later, after you flush the vermin from their lair in Blood Run Cave.
Yeah, I don't trust you at all.
Blood Run Cave is a dangerous place, whether the Dark Brotherhood is present or not. You and Everly should be on your guard at all times. Watch out for each other. I would hate to lose operatives as valuable as you two have been.
Remind me what we're dealing with.
Everly brought word of a threat against the former members of the Imperial Elder Council, including Councilor Leviticus. The threat seems to be related to a secret of the Longhouse Emperors. A secret concerning something called...
Alright, I'm actually not going to listen to... Well, it's going to make me do
Blood
it.
Run Cave is a dangerous place. Everly brought word of a threat
What are the
against
four
former
ambitions?
We don't actually know. Leviticus, assassins...
He's just repeating what we already know. He's just summarizing it, I guess. In case you've gone off and done something else and you've forgotten what the main story was, he just summarizes it all right there. Alright, we need to go to Blood Run Cave. You know, this is the PvP area, I may be able to take the Intro Battlegrounds quest right here. Alright, this is an invitation to Elsewhere. That's interesting. So we're getting all of these quests to send us to different areas of the game. That's different from previous expansions. They haven't done that. You know what? That's because of the Pan Elsewhere celebration. Never mind. It's just telling us to go to Elsewhere to start the current festival.
Pico, over here. Rockgrove begs for your aid. I open my claws in humility, Wanderer. Please, stay to hear my story. Have you heard of the Sul-Xan tribe? Vicious and unrelenting, they wander to the swamps, attacking any they find. Now, they've fallen upon my home in Rockgrove.
What's going on at Rockgrove?
A horde of those impure Limphins raided the old city and seized the Zanmir. They captured so many of my kin, or returned them to darkness. Their purpose hides from us. But our Stone Talker claims he recognized their leader, Basse.
Why did you request my attention?
With a stiff tail and bared abdomen, I beg for your aid. Please, gather a force of your strongest allies. Travel to Rockgrove and drive out the Sul-Xan. Defend what is left of my tribe, and they will surely reward you.
I can rid Rockgrove of the Sul-Xan invaders.
My gratitude fills every pond in the marshes. Perhaps with your aid, what remains of my home can be salvaged. Rockgrove lies southeast of here, or you may take my cart. Speak to Immaka when you arrive. She can offer you the necessary guidance.
Alright, this is the intro quest that takes us to the trial, which I will probably do a walkthrough of the trial, but it'll be like the final episode of this series. It takes 12 players to do the trial. It's the hardest thing to do in the chapter. Do you know any more about this attack?
We heard rumors of Sul-Xan crawling through the marsh, but thought perhaps they might spare us. Foolish. The attack was swift and ruthless. Our warriors held them off, while some escaped and rallied at the city entrance.
They gave no sign of their purpose?
Their goals hide among the worms they call friends. I know little of Sul-Xan desires, and had hoped never to learn. Stories drift to me about brutal sacrifices, bloodshed for the glory of chaos. But who can know the truth?
Tell me about Rockgrove.
Perhaps you have not traveled that far south. The old city is a sight to behold. The finest mud puddles in this region, and the stonework amazes any who visit. Most of us live in a village just outside, so that we can keep an eye on the Zanmir.
What is special about the Zanmir?
It stands upon large vents of scalding steam that occasionally burst into large geysers. It's a rare occurrence, but they can threaten the structures of the Zanmir. Some of us work to keep it intact when an eruption damages the stone.
You said I should speak to Immaka. Who is that?
One of our village guards, though now she may be our sole remaining defender. She protected us as we ran from the initial attack. After we found safe haven, she sent me to call for aid.
And you mentioned a stone talker? Who is that?
Dust on Scales, the sinew and veins of our tribe. He serves as conduit between the Hist and Rockgrove Zanmir. He knows a great deal about the old city's secrets. You should seek out his guidance.
Alright, let's head over there. We'll finish the initial quest, and then we'll leave and go back to the main story.
While I may avert my claws in greetings, I promise they still are sharp. Come, Ojel. Speak. How did you arrive here? Especially at such a time as this.
Meloza sent me to aid your people.
Oh, so he made it to safety? Such some blessed news in a gloomy moment. Though I expected him to send one of our allies. No matter. You have come, and that is what matters. At this point, I should appreciate any help we can get.
What do you need me to do?
Our stone talker, Dust on Scales, claims to know who led this attack. If true, he may have an idea of how to reclaim our home from these impure tail lifters. Speak to him. He is tending to one of our wounded, and I am grateful for your aid. When the sun rose, I told my mate that I could taste toxins on the wind. He dismissed my fears. Then this happens. I wish he were here for me to gloat. Dust on Scales knows the Zanmir well. His guidance will be invaluable for your efforts.
Meloza said you were one of the guards.
Guards, warriors, hunters. Our tribe sees them as all the same role. But yes, that is my duty. When I look around, it seems I may be the last one. I know the claws of my rootkin sunk deep into Sul-Xan's scales. They fell to keep the tribe alive.
Sorry to hear that. Tell me more about Rockgrove.
Rockgrove? You mean Krona Konu? I forgot that the dry-skinned tongue enjoys placing its words where they do not belong. Before this, only the breeze disturbed the grasses. Our tribe watched over the Zonmir, and the walls kept us safe.
You never faced attacks before now?
Not of this severity. We really only trained warriors out of tradition. Mostly they would hunt our food. A great sorrow that we have lost them all to the Sul-Xan. Perhaps if you manage to drive out these invaders, we shall know peace again.
Alright, so here's...
You can go now, Root Brother. Lie back. Rejoin the One, as all things must.
I do not fear this, Root Brother. But I do regret.
Bad situation.
Sooth, his soul? What is this?
Dust on scales?
Did you see that? His soul, drawn from his body, as if pulled by some force. My scales parch with fear from the implications. Attacks from these Sul-Xan grow like weeds across this region, but they may have greater plans here than mere savagery.
Why do you think they attacked you?
This Zonmir stands atop powerful tides of flame and steam. These energies attract many, including, it seems, a Sul-Xan named Flame Herald Basay. She plans to tap the destructive potential below to summon a creature she called Zalvaka.
That Flame Herald Basay is the second boss in the trial, and then I believe the third one is Zalvaka, who she ends up succeeding as summoning. No one is left who can fight back?
When the swarm emerged, our warriors defended us while we escaped. 2 of my apprentices were among them. I expect they are all gone. You appear stiff of spine. Perhaps you could purge the Sul-Xan from our land? I offer gifts if you succeed.
I'll drive the Sul-Xan from this Zonmir.
By my spread claws, you bring some small hope. My waters may flow yet. Go east through the old city. Push through the Sul-Xan to reach the Zonmir. I expect Basay prepares her summoning at its peak. I will follow behind as you clear the way.
What do you know about the Sul-Xan?
They are a tribe of locusts, swarming those who live peacefully within the marsh. Sul-Xan only wish to rend scale from spine. I hear stories of sacrifices to appease the chaos. I know little more of them, as I practice caution in their presence.
Who is this Flame Herald Basay you mentioned?
Her name is poison fumes spread by the wind. She shows great savagery, even for Sul-Xan. Whispers say Basay's magic no longer comes from the Hist. She abandoned the One to revere another, Mehrunes Dagon.
Ah, okay.
And so earned her title of Flame Herald.
And she led the attack on the Zonmir?
As the Sul-Xan warriors charged us from the shadows, I saw her standing among them. She raised her arms and shouted that today they would take no prisoners. We were food to bring forth Zalvaka.
Tell me who you are?
I offer my abdomen in forgiveness and welcome. Events have caused me to forget my training. Calling me Dust on Scales will be easiest. I serve as Stone Talker for the Ka-Usith, the Silent Nest tribe. What remains of it.
So how is your tribe connected to the Zonmir?
Our small village of Krona Konu lies close by. Though I understand the Dryskins refer to it as Rockgrove.
Yes, we do.
Outsiders rarely visit, so I see no need to quibble. The Hist asked that we watch over this Zonmir and ensure that it stands. And so we have.
Why did it ask this of you?
I do not know. and did not feel the need to ask. I sag my tail with regret, knowing that now we have failed. Or perhaps this was its purpose. Nevertheless, I shall try my best to fulfill the will of the Hiss.
Alright, so you called that glowing orb his soul?
I cannot explain it, but yes. Since the moment I hatched, I have witnessed the deaths of many eggkin. Our souls return to the chaos, dispersing into the cycle once more. For them to be removed in such a manner, I must learn more.
Alright, that's very disturbing. Okay, so next thing there is left to do, I guess we can talk to these people, but... well, let's see what he says.
The Sul-Xan can strike at...
Alright, they can strike at any moment.
All people must rely on...
There's a store, just has some repair kits and stuff. Alright, so normally you'd get a group of 12 people together. And they really need to be max level, and then you can come in here. I'm gonna die very quickly here.
Where you stand.
From the side.
Move to play.
Yeah. Alright, so as you can see, that's what happens when you go into a trial by yourself. Well, we'll come back here in the very last episode. And we'll see what we can do. Alright, so I've been trying to exit Rockgrove. I've tried 3 or 4 times, and it keeps booting me from the server and saying I lost the lobby connection. So it looks like I'm not going to be able to do more in this video. Maybe next time I'm recording, the servers will be a little bit more stable, but for now, I'm going to have to go ahead and end this video. It's been kind of a short one, but hopefully the next one will be better. Thanks for watching. See you next time.